This is Luke Paulson, the Catholic Conservative, and welcome to the News of the Week for April 15th, 2022. And if you enjoy these videos, do not forget to like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe for more. When Pope Francis was first elected, I posted this image to my social media. While I thought it was funny at the time, it has not aged well. During his trip to Malta, he did something that should make every Catholic squirm. Instead of putting up a cross, he had his set designer put up garbage to symbolize environmental destruction. Why would the pontiff not have a cross, you ask? Because he did not want to offend any Muslims. Walking on eggshells accomplishes nothing. As for me, I have no qualms about triggering Muslims. Senator Durbin decided to speak against a bill that increased the penalties for child pornography on two major grounds. Number one, it is hopeless since it is mostly digital. And number two, he implied that it was suspicious that Republicans were doing this now. The first is dismantled because you do not stop enforcing laws on child pornography just because the criminals are getting more devious. Second, I would like to say that it is not suspicious, but in a way it is. Conservatives are finally standing up. Granted, it took a pedo SCOTUS nominee and a leaked Zoom call, but parents are standing up. I just got a subscription to the Daily Wire, not because I have any interest in the kid shows that they are designing, but because I believe in what they are doing. The same thing with PureFlix. I normally do not watch movies, but I support them and what they are doing. I am considering getting Answers TV for the same reason. We have been giving money and, more importantly, attention to networks like Disney for too long. Every time a new Disney movie comes out, I generally do not watch it. However, the algorithm that works at the behest of these companies floods my social media with it. I then interact with it to satisfy my curiosity, which leads to me watching the movie and feeding the algorithm. Not only do we need to cancel our subscriptions and never watch these networks, but we also need to stop feeding the algorithm and giving these companies free advertising. We need to modify our entire online fingerprint to have any real change. When the Black Crimes Matter movement was in full swing, we were hit with a huge push for body cams to catch the racist police in the act. However, what we ended up seeing was the complete opposite. People made fake claims about racist police. The department releases the full and unedited body cam footage, and we learned the claim was a lie. This is becoming a pattern, so now the same groups that argued for body cams are arguing that we must not have them. Apparently, they are recording people without their permission, and this is somehow a violation of their rights. The only reason that they want the body cams removed is so that they can continue to lie about fake hate crimes. These body cams are ensuring constitutional due process. Speaking of constitutional rights, the FBI claims that Project Veritas is not made of journalists, even though they are literally investigative journalists. This is why their raids over Brandon's daughter's diary were done without any remorse. If government agencies are the only ones who are choosing who is a journalist and who is not, only those who support the status quo are journalists. That very mindset is the reason why the First Amendment exists in the first place. A new bill, H.R. 4330, has been introduced that clearly defines the scope of what it means to be a journalist. Granted, the alphabet soup of government agencies will not care and find another way to silence opposition, but it is a start. Circleback Psaki made it a point that the Brandon administration is not taking the pro-science stance of conservative states lightly. Several conservative states are cracking down on gender transitions and puberty blockers. Psaki claims that the states are blocking life-saving treatments. These are the same people who believe that killing a child saves a mother's life. Moving on. Psaki claims that the states are harassing parents who try to help their child transition, even though a scary number of people regret the scenario and it can lead to detrimental consequences. Democrats seem to believe that if you cannot kill children in the womb, by golly, you need to mutilate them before adolescence. Brandon is cracking down on ghost guns. Ghost guns cannot be easily tracked because they lack a serial number and can be made in one of two ways. 1. A criminal that obtained the gun by less than legal means gets rid of the serial number. 2. A hobbyist builds a gun from a kit. These laws will not stop the former, but will only target the latter. I am going to make a prediction right now. If these ghost gun laws are passed, 10 years later, there will be no drop whatsoever in gun-related crime as a result of said laws. Because it bears repeating, criminals do not follow laws. President Trump took his personal records when leaving the White House to Mar-a-Lago. Now, there are those in the fake news that are claiming that there are classified and top-secret documents amongst the boxes. However, the investigation being done by the Department of Justice has made no such claim. It seems as if they may be intentionally making a mountain out of a molehill just because they failed at impeaching President Trump for something that he never did. Black Lives Matter co-founder Patrisse Cullors bought several mansions with donations to BLM. It really is quite the scam. First, convince people that they are oppressed. Second, get them to give you money to stop the oppression. Third, burn down cities and do not give the victims any money. And fourth, buy mansions and look down on the peasants that got you to where you are. Since this is listed as a charitable organization, she may be in hot water. The IRS is under Brandon's control, and I doubt that his handlers would lift a finger against them. Speaking of incredibly large purchases, Elon Musk has offered to buy all of the shares of Twitter for $54.20 a share, or about $4.3 billion. That is billion with a B. After investing in it and seeing the company try to silence him by putting him on their board, he realized that it was going to take a lot more to fix that company. He is offering to buy the whole company at what I understand to be a higher value than they are actually worth. Naturally, we will have to see what will come of this, but I doubt that the media industrial complex would be so easily swayed. Maybe I'm just blowing smoke. Maybe I'm completely off my rocker, but that is just my opinion. And if you enjoyed this content, do not forget to like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe for more. And also don't forget to follow me on social media.